Hi, I'm Nick Ragone with This Date in History.
2 weeks ago, we posted a short about our grandfather, Private First Class Thomas Ragone. We shared a letter that he had written from Germany during Christmas in 1944 to his wife, my grandmother, about how much he missed her and their 3 children, Rosalie, Frank, my dad, and Artie, and how he was counting the days until he could be with them again. My brother Tom, who helped create this channel, discovered the letters recently while visiting with some family, and it was the first time anyone had really read them in probably 75 years. "We've been sweating it out," he writes. "Christmas and New Year's was spent in a foxhole praying to God. I hope he is with us. The more I hear about you and the kids, the more I can't wait to come home. I'm always thinking of you and the kids. God knows how much I miss you all." The words are beautiful and poignant, and made more heartbreaking by the fact that he would die on March 21st in Bonn, Germany, less than 2 months before the war's end. Tom and I greatly appreciate all the comments. When we created this channel 5 months ago, it was about telling the stories of ordinary Americans asked to do extraordinary things, to shine a light out on Greatest Generation and others who have sacrificed so much and received so little in return, to pay tribute to the forgotten men and women who have made this country so exceptional. We never thought, however, we'd be telling the story of our grandfather, Thomas Ragone. We've been humbled to tell the beautiful, heroic, poignant, and at times even heartbreaking stories of others, and we now have an even deeper appreciation of how dearly these stories are held since we've told our own. We received lots of comments wondering about how the 3 children in the letter, Rosalie, Frank, and Artie, turned out, as well as our grandmother. Well, in his letter, Thomas Ragone asked that God be on his side. And while he didn't make it back, God surely had other plans for him. God looked over his family. Rosalie, we know her as Aunt Sadie, is well into her 80s, and our Uncle Artie has been blessed with 4 children and 11 grandchildren, and surely great-grandchildren can't be that far off. Our dad, Frank Ragone, passed away over a decade ago, but is undoubtedly boasted in heaven to anyone who will listen about his 4 children and 6 grandchildren. He served in the Marine Corps from 1958 to 1960, and after his family, it was the thing that he was most proud of. Semper Fi forever. My grandmother, Frances Ragone, would remarry to a wonderful man and have 4 more children, and with it, many more grandchildren and great-grandchildren. I confess that at times, I'm prone to a spat of hyperbole, but there's no embellishment when I say that she was the kindest, warmest, most caring person on the planet. She suffered so much, and while it must have left an invisible dent on her heart, it was never visible to the rest of us. Her shattered heart never extinguished her unrelenting capacity to love. And I'm sure it left an invisible dent on my dad's heart too. He didn't discuss it much. He never knew his father, really. And he didn't have any personal recollections growing up. He heard stories, but they were just that, stories. But for the past decade plus, they've been together again, and the missing part of his heart has been filled. It probably would have taken my dad a full decade just to catch up with his father on all the things his family was up to, and I'm sure his father listened proudly. Neither is with us, but we know that their prideful eyes are always smiling down on us. May God shine his grace on them for eternity.